Although we're well into the autumn months, for me, the first day of autumn is when the air is crisp in the morning, there's a light blanket of morning fog, and that slowly reveals the countryside. It's when the leaves put on their final act of turning into a wonderful palette of warm colours before the winter creeps in. To me, autumn is the second spring. Good morning everyone. So this morning I made some cinnamon roll dough, and then I'm going to show you the rest of the process. I had to make it quite early this morning as I had work, so I thought I'd make the dough, go to work, let it rise, and let's start making the cinnamon part of it. We have to let it rise again, and then we will bang it into the oven. Should I say bang it into the oven? We should put it into the oven for it to cook, and hopefully it will all cook before I have to go back to work for the lunch hour. So here is our dough, and let's have a look. So like I said, I've let it double in size, and all we're going to do is gently push it down. I think I might have added a bit too much oil into here, but what we're going to do now is going to flour the surface, and then we'll roll out the dough. What we're going to do is we're going to have 12 inches by 18 inches. That's what it says on the instructions. So I'll get to that stage, and then we'll do the butter and the cinnamon bit afterwards. There we go. So we are going to lightly spread the butter. I'm going to melt mine a little bit just so it can spread easily. So I'm going to butter all the way around, including the edges, and then we are going to put our sugar and cinnamon on top. So in here I've got 150 grams of brown sugar and 3 tablespoons of cinnamon. And I'm just going to gently mix this all together. So next you need to put your oven on to, it says 375 degrees Fahrenheit, which is roughly 190 degrees Celsius. But because I've got a big oven and a small oven, the small oven does tend to cook things a lot quicker. So I'm going to put the oven at 180 degrees Celsius and then let that warm up. And it says to let it warm up, cover the rolls to rise again, but place it on top of the oven. So what I'm going to do is place them in the grill, which is above the oven, and then from there hopefully they'll rise nicely, and then we'll get on to the next step. It smells so good. Oh, I wish there was such thing as smell-o-vision. Ta-da! There we go. Oh, look at them. They look so good. And they don't feel dry either. So that's what the cream is for. But I think I might put a bit too much cream in there, maybe. So now we're going to put our buttercream on top. So good. Now it said to put it on immediate afterwards, so these are definitely going to melt. Buttercream, I mean. But, oh, look at that. I think I might just do this. To be simple, isn't it? That. Looks so good. Look at it. Excuse the sizzling in the background. I'm currently making my lunch, but I'm going to try cinnamon roll. Oh my god, that is so good. Look at it. It's so good. Like, look how nice and gooey it is. Oh, sorry about the sizzling if you can't hear me, but so good. Another eco-friendly idea I had is to walk around some sort of natural area with lots of trees and foliage. So I decided to walk around a cemetery in Chester and look around all of the tombstones. It is both serene yet kind of eerie at the same time. I think it's a perfect place of inspiration, whether that is to read, to write, to paint, or even just to relax. An interesting fact that I found was Victorians used to relax in cemeteries, and they'd actually design cemetery layouts for people to use in everyday life. I apologise for my camera here, as it just would not record during the evening. But another eco-friendly activity is to just watch an autumn film at home and also eating any of your baked goods that you've made. So here, I'm just enjoying a cinnamon roll. Finally, I had seen this trend going around social media last year and again this year, and it is to thrift up a painting from a charity shop or a thrift store. And so here I'm just designing a few ideas that I want to put onto my painting. This painting is not an original, it is just a print, as I explain later in the video. And I think it's quite a good and perfect eco-friendly autumn activity to do, as it can get you to be very creative, and it's also reusing something that's already been made, and it's just an activity where you can relax and be calm and just let your imagination flow. For me, I find that quite difficult sometimes, as I like to have a bit of a forward plan. So sadly, I'll have to cut the image out, but it's not an original, it's just a print, so it should be fine. It was at this point he knew he messed up. Now that I've got the painting out of here, I can finally start to draw on it by using some parts of my design. Make sure I get a rubber as well, but this is definitely a print and not an original. I wouldn't really want to So for my painting, I decided to add a couple of witches and warlocks into the painting, as I wanted to change the person that was already in the painting into a witch, instead of having to cover her up. I'm also thinking about what else to add to the painting, so you can comment down below to see or suggest what I should add into it. And right now, I am just trying to figure out a perfect colour palette to change all the leaves into autumn colours. So I'm just creating a dark base first to get the background in, and then I will add some lighter tones on top of the leaves just to give it a bit more dimension. So here I'm just adding a little bit more darker shades into the painting. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe and share, and I shall see you in the next one.